With the money fight between Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather looming less than 24 hours from now, the poker community is all abuzz. Being that we've got quite a few betting people in this community, I talked to some of the players about whether they think this is a good bet.
I mean, I think the odds are obviously not really 6-1 and 4-1, but obviously they want to get money on the match. They don't want to, just have a match and make it like 20-1, which is probably the real odds because nobody will bet and they won't get as much action.
It's shocking to me. I feel like Floyd should be like minus 2,000 or something. But I guess people are buying into the hype. Conor is really the best at hyping himself up, and that's how he got this fight. And hearing non-poker players talk about it, I kind of get where the money's coming from. People just don't like laying odds. So yeah, I mean, I think Floyd's a good bet.
I do not have any money on it. I think, like most people, putting money at the current price on Mayweather's probably the right play, but it's hard to find action, and people like me don't want to find some random sports book or whatever and deposit money and all that, go through all that trouble.
Fight is crazy because, I mean, this is one of the best boxers of all times, and some guy that doesn't really know how to box, or, I mean, is really an amateur, is just going to go try to win. I mean, it's like in poker, if best dealer's choice player is going to play the, no-limit hold'em against the best no-limit hold'em player in the world. It's just not going to work out, I mean, the guy has a huge advantage. So I think Mayweather should crush him. I mean, I don't know if he can knock him out because that's not his specialty, but I definitely see him winning easily.
Well, Mayweather, since he was little, he's been perfecting the art of throwing both hands. Slipping, doing that whole thing. In boxing, in MMA, boxing is a little different. You're a little bit more squared up. When you slip a punch, you've got to slip here. You can't duck here because then you get kicked in the face. So the movement's a little different, the footwork's different, the range is different. Conor fights long, Floyd fights bladed. I mean, there's lots of intricacies in there that I'm not an expert, but I've studied both guys, I guess. The thing is that that's the X factor, right? Who knows how Conor is going to come out? Who knows if boxing's might get exposed? That's what everyone's wondering. There's, I think, almost no chance that it gets exposed as a fake martial art. But if Floyd loses, that's essentially what's happening. It turns out that boxing wasn't all that it was made up to be. A guy that doesn't specialize in it can beat the best guy in boxing, and that would be a shocker.
I've heard that a lot of the dumb money's going on McGregor's, and but most of the obviously the smart money's on Mayweather, but I can't help but feel like there's a tiny chance that the fight might be rigged in some way, because it just seems outrageous. Conor needs to win 20% of the time, which just seems insane. He should probably only win single, almost, maybe even just zero. It's just, if it was if some omniscient being could say that it was not rigged, I'm pretty sure he just can't win. I don't know. Maybe Mayweather lost a step because he's old, but yeah, I think he should have no chance. But I have not put my money where my mouth is, so there is that.
I don't know. I've seen many fixed fights, but I mean, Mayweather is just, his head is too big. I mean, he doesn't want to go 49-1 as opposed to 50-1. I mean, he loves money more than anything in the world, but I think pride is way more important to him. So I'm going to go with Mayweather for sure.
I think when people say boxing's rigged, they're pretty ignorant. They don't really know what they're talking about. Yes, there is corruption at the lower levels, but I think more than that, it's incompetence. So Pacquiao just had a fight against a school teacher in Australia, and basically the guy was completely unknown, and the guy put up a good fight. He still lost the fight, but he put up a good fight. Judges gave it to him because it was exciting. Like, they didn't expect him to put up the fight, so they gave it to him. I don't think it was necessarily that the judges were paid or that there was any money involved. Maybe there was, but I just think that judges weren't good. I think that's another factor. Like, if Conor comes in, makes the fight ugly, like people say he should, like it seems like he should, if he brawls and just throws wild punches, even if they don't connect, he might start winning some rounds. And in the end, even if some experts say, you know, Floyd picked him apart with technique, some judges might give it to Conor because, again, they don't expect him to win. And if he puts up any sort of a fight, then we'll all be as a poker community, we'll all be very nervous. Like, you know, the next super high rollers might really take a hit if something happens here. I don't think Conor, like, obviously he's aware of his reach, but he's not aware that, like, the poker landscape is, like, kind of highly dependent on him for a bit.
I feel like, is it just a ton of Irish money coming in on McGregor? I don't really know. Or people just love to bet the underdog. They just think they can get, like, wow, I can get 5 times my money. That's like, it's like for free or something. It's like, if I lose, so what? But if I win, I get 5 times. So I think that's about explains it.
I bet a little bit, but I mean, I bet a little on Mayweather. I just feel like, you know, he's gonna go and beat him. I think he actually might knock him out. I just don't see even McGregor even going 12 rounds in this fight, but who knows?